Very good morning to all of you, my dear friends. This is Shafiq Ahmed, and you're all welcome to your favorite YouTube channel. Let's learn together. So, welcome back to all of you, to all my students once again. So, let me start with the facts. There are some facts. I shared two videos also with you all in our previous class. So, I hope that you must have gone through the video. And in those video that I have shown, there was a system how the people are knowing that how old is the particular thing is how much old is that particular thing. So to identify, we use one technology known as carbon 14 technology, and that is carbon dating method. So now the fact is over here that early man lived in Narmada Valley of Madhya Pradesh for several thousand years. Early man, na, when man were learning everything, when were in the learning stage. And right now also, nowadays also we are all in the learning stage. You are learning, and every day I am also learning something and some new thing. So learning cannot stop. So the early man lived in Narmada Valley, who were living near and around the Narmada Valley of Madhya Pradesh. They lived there for several thousand years, and they were skilled food gatherers as well as hunters. Skilled means what? Means they were knowing how to do this particular hunting or how to collect food. Food gatherer means to collect food from the forest, from nearby areas. है ना, food को collect करने को बोलते हैं food gatherers. So they were quite skilled. They were skilled food gatherers, and they were very skilled hunters also. And hunting is not an easy task. If you don't know hunting, then you might be in danger. You might be in great danger if you don't know the skill of hunting. So for hunting, for collecting foods, for growing crops, what we need is skill. So these people who were living in the Narmada Valley, those early men, they were quite skilled men, and they were skilled in two things: food gathering, that is collecting of the foods from the forest, and even they were quite good hunters also. So these are the two things, my dear students, that they were very quite interesting for us. That at that time also people were quite skilled. Now let us move to our next interesting fact. This is the next interesting fact. And what is it? The people in the Suleiman and Kartar Hills. Where are these Suleiman and Kartar Hills right now? They are in Pakistan. So the people in Suleiman and Kartar Hills of the northwest region, now in Pakistan it is written, first began to grow crops like wheat and barley about 8,000 years ago. That I told you yesterday also, that these people, they learned and they were knowing how to grow crops, and they learned it around 8,000 years ago. So that is quite interesting, my dear students. They were learning, they were knowing about these things, to how to grow crops around 8,000 years ago. They were knowing. Are you all connected with me? So my students, we have seen the people in the Suleiman and the Kartalis of the northwest region now in Pakistan. They began to grow crops like wheat and barley around 8,000 years ago. तो आपको पता हो रहा है यहाँ पर कि 8,000 साल पहले भी लोग जो है ये क्रॉप्स को ग्रो करना जानते थे. They were knowing, and even they also knew that how to rear animals like sheep, goat, cattle in their villages. और उनको ये भी पता था कि इन एनिमल्स को कैसे घर पे रखना है, कैसे पालना है, how to use all these animals, sheep, goat, cattle in their villages. They were knowing how to keep all these animals as domestic animals around 8,000 years ago. So my dear students, that is quite interesting. Some facts are there. Let us move ahead to the next fact. See, earliest agriculture practices in India began around the Garo Hills in the northeast. So earliest means सबसे पहले है ना, Garo Hills, around the Garo Hills, the people of India, they started practicing what? Agriculture activities, यानी कि आप सकते हैं agriculture को करने का, यानी कि growing crops. The people started in the northeast in the Garo Hills, and that is really long ago. And rice was the first grown in the north of the Vindhyas. So you will have to remember, my dear students, what is the name of the crop which was grown in the north of Vindhyas at first. So rice was the first grown in the north of the Vindhyas mountains, Vindhyas ranges. And I also showed you in the physical map of India, where are the Vindhyas ranges. Huh? So people in the Garo Hills, around the Garo Hills in the northeast of India, they started growing rice. there in the north of the Vindhyas. So that is also interesting fact, my dear students, कि rice सबसे पहले इंडिया में grow किया गया. What is the next one? Let us see. Archaeological sources, that is quite important, that we have seen in the video also, my dear students. हम लोगों ने ये कल वीडियो में भी देखा था, है ना? Archaeological sources. Archaeology is the study of the past, that I discussed yesterday also, that archaeology क्या है? That is the study of the past. That is the study of the past. And people who lived long ago, they have left their things behind. And when someone die, when someone used to die, they do not take their things with them. वो अपने साथ अपने चीजों को नहीं लेके जाते. They leave their things behind after they die. So archaeology is the study of those things. The archaeologist people, they used to find out those things from the ground by digging it, and then they used to try to find out the details. They try to study that how long is that particular thing with the help of the technology that I told you yesterday, carbon dating method. So archaeological sources are the sources which we get from the ground by digging. So one of the things that you can see in front of the thing, that is the pottery. By looking at this pottery, people used to try to know about the design that the people were using, about the type of the pottery that the people of those time, people who were living 8,000 years ago, 10,000 years ago, which type of pottery they were using, what type of design they were using, what type of materials they were using to build, to make pottery devices, all these devices that you can see in the screen. You can see this one also, my dear students. 1.5 million year old tools found. 1.5 million, 1 million means 10 lakh, and 1.5 million means 15 lakh years back. You know, these tools that you are seeing in the screen, they have been found by the archaeologists. Excavation rewrites the history of mankind. When we used to find these type of tools from the ground, then we come to know that yes, our ancestors were also knowing the skills. They were also quite expert. We know about these things, that हमारे ancestors भी जो है वो बहुत चालाक थे, उनके हाथों में भी कला था. They also know the skills, and from there you can see the people has learned. You can see the number of tools there. Someone is sharp, कुछ लोग sharp है, कुछ लोग देखेंगे कुछ heavy है. So these are the tools, my dear students, that have been discovered by the archaeologist. Next image में देखें आप. Even the great buildings have been discovered underground by those archaeologist people. Archaeologists जो हैं वो ground को dig करके they have found the buildings also. And you just imagine that we can get a lot of information from those buildings. Information such as that how the people were living, how were their rooms, and if you can find many paintings or many things left behind by them in the buildings. So those particular things will tell us the whole story about the people of the past. So archaeological sources are these sources: buildings, tools, and potteries. These are the sources, archaeological sources. Even paintings, you can see, my students, paintings are also found. Paintings are also found by digging the ground. Paintings are also have been found in those buildings. And these paintings are showing that you can see in the painting that these are showing us that how the people were fighting, how the soldiers were there at that particular time. You can see in the image that one of the soldier is having a shield also. Shield means what? To protect him also. You can see that particular shield is also there in the hand of a soldier. You can see. Let me show you with my annotation in screen also. Let me show you. See, you can see over here. This man is holding the shield also to protect him. Let us move to the next image, my dear students. Now in this image, what you can see, my dear students, you can see over here that bones are there. Oh, sorry, bones of people, bones of our ancestors have also been found underground. Means they at the past now people were using a lot of different type of techniques or medicines to preserve their bodies. So that's why that is also one of the reason that we still find bones of those people who died 8,000 or 10,000 years ago, because they used some type of medicines to preserve their bodies. So we can find such a skeleton from there, and these bones can tell us the whole story. Then these bones can tell us that how old is that particular skeleton is. And we can find out this from this particular bones with the help of that carbon dating method. Another, you can see coins. Coins are the really the valuable sources. Coins tell us a lot about the past, because you can see the coins bear the date. The coins bear the image of the emperor. The coins brings or gives us a lot of information about the people of the past. So this is also one of the valuable sources, my dear students, that is known as archaeological sources. So if someone will ask you name some archaeological sources, then you can still you can count in your fingers. Coins are there, bones are there, skeletons are there, buildings are there, है ना? So these are the things which tell us about the past. And you can see over here, my dear students, flint and bone tools of the late Paleolithic period. Flint and bone tools of the later on periods, and the people of the past, they were using this type of tools for attacking the animals or for defending themselves also. These were the tools which have been made by the people of the past by using the bones and bones of animals. They were using the bones of animals to make such a type of tools to fight, to attack on another. You can see a lot of information we have got from the archaeological sources, my dear students. So what I'm wait a minute, wait, let us start the class once again. So all things lie buried in the ground, means all the archaeological sources that we are getting, they all lie where? They all lie buried in the ground. सब जमीन के नीचे होते हैं. And they remain buried in the ground for thousands of years. They remain buried thousands of years, है ना? हजारों साल तक वो buried रहते हैं वो ground के अंदर में. और उसको फिर हम लोग हमारे archaeologists, they used to get these our archaeologist people, they used to get these particular things from the ground. So that is the thing, my dear students. They remain buried in the ground for thousands of years, and mound of rubbish, यानी बहुत सारे जो वेस्ट हमारे मटेरियल्स होते हैं, they all form on that particular things. वो सारे सामान पर जम जाते हैं. Soil build up over them, है ना? बहुत सारे soil भी उसके पर में जम जाते हैं. Even the soils are there. So it is really quite hard to clear all those things. So whenever those things are getting from the ground, जब वो सामान जमीन से मिलता है, तो उसको बहुत तरीके से साफ किया जाता है ना? We used to rub it, we used to clear, then we get information. So those buried things are lying underground, and a lot of rubbish, yani waste materials, are lying above them. So we have to clear those, है ना? Even a lot of soil used to cover them. So the archaeologists, what they do, they used to dig these mounds and find the things buried under them. The objects that lie deeper, यानी जो बहुत जमीन के नीचे मिलता है, सबसे नीचे जो मिलता है, they are the oldest, वो सबसे पुराना होता है. और जो सबसे ऊपर में मिलता है, the things which we get up on the upper side, on the first hand, then they are known as the latest sources. So the objects which lie deeper and deeper and deeper, they are known as the oldest evidences, oldest source of history. So what is the first step of the archaeological sources? How can we get the archaeological sources? What is the first step, my students? The first step is what? Digging or excavation. सबसे पहले क्या करना होगा? आपको जमीन को खोदना होगा. You will have to dig the ground. That is known as excavation. So these excavations can be either vertical or horizontal. ना you will have to decide ना कि आपको जो गड्ढा खोदना है वो आपको हॉरिजेंटली करना है, यानी लाइक दिस, और वर्टिकली करना, या वर्टिकली करना ऊपर से नीचे की तरफ, या लेफ्ट से राइट करना है. यू विल हैव टू डिसाइड. सो आर्कियोलॉजिस्ट पहले डिसाइड करते हैं कि क्या करना है. There are 4 kinds of archaeological sources. कितने तरीके के हैं? 4 kinds of archaeological sources. Number 1 is what? Sites. 2 mountains, coins and inscription. अब ये सबको हम लोग एक एक करके देखेंगे. We will see one by one all the 4 kind of archaeological sources. So let us start with the site. Site से start करें. What do you mean by site? You can see sites are the places where material remains of the past are found, यानी ये वो जगह को बोलते हैं जहां से पुरानी चीजें जो हैं हम लोगों को मिलती है. These are the places from where we get the materials, from where we get the coins, from where we get the paintings, bones, skeletons. Those places are known as sites. So buried towns, buried means जो जमीन के अंदर में जो टाउन्स जो है छुप गए हैं, बरीड हो गए हैं, है ना, गड्ढे के अंदर. सो बरीड टाउन, सिटीज, स्केलेटल रिमेन्स, टॉयज, है ना, टॉयज भी मिलते हैं, पॉटरीज भी मिलते हैं ग्राउंड के नीचे से. So buried towns, cities, skeletal remains, toys are found by careful excavation by archaeologists, even geologists and historians. यहाँ पर तीन लोग मिलके काम कर रहे हैं. Archaeologists, those who are digging the ground, those who are quite expert in knowing the details of the things that they used to find out. Geologists जो geography जानते हैं, है ना, कि geographical location जानते हैं, and the historians जो history जानते हैं. So these people are working together. Then they used to find out something, and then they used to tell us the world, that tell us the whole world about the things that they have found. तो साइट समझ में आ गया, वो जगह का नाम है, वो जगह को कहते हैं जहां से सामान हम लोगों को मिलता है. नेक्स्ट इज व्हाट? मॉन्यूमेंट्स. मॉन्यूमेंट्स क्या होता है? एनी बिल्डिंग ऑफ हिस्टोरिकल इंपॉर्टेंस इज कॉल्ड ए मॉन्यूमेंट. कोई भी बिल्डिंग मिले अगर ग्राउंड के नीचे से, उसको हम लोग मॉन्यूमेंट्स बोलते हैं. any building which is found, such as temple. Temple भी एक building है. हाँ, आप सोचते हैं कि आप जहाँ रहते हैं वही building है? No, temple is also a building. Masjid is also a building. Church is also a building, and your school is also a building. तो जो भी मिलता है ग्राउंड के नीचे से in the form of big buildings, they are known as monuments. जैसे कि temples, जैसे कि tombs, caves, forts. Forts यानी किला, देखा ना, रेड फोर्ट. तो जैसे कि फोर्ट मिला, टॉम्स मिलता है, टेम्पल्स मिलता है. दीज आर द एग्जांपल्स ऑफ द मॉन्यूमेंट्स. मॉन्यूमेंट्स आर लार्ज बिल्डिंग्स. गॉट इट? नेक्स्ट एक देखो फोटो भी है मेरे पास. एक वन फोटो इज देयर फॉर यू माय डियर स्टूडेंट. ये फोटो क्या है? अ टेम्पल एट खजुराहो. खजुराहो वाज वन ऑफ द सिटी, है ना, ओल्डेस्ट वन. तो ये टेम्पल पूरा मिला था जमीन के नीचे से, है ना. दिस टेम्पल वाज फाउंड. दिस इज ए मॉन्यूमेंट. दिस इज द एग्जांपल ऑफ द मॉन्यूमेंट. Let us see our next. Coins. Coin किसको बोलते हैं? The study of coin is called numismatics. I have showed you the coins. तो coins जो मिलता है और coins को जो पढ़ाई करते हैं, coins को जो पढ़ के बताते हैं कि what is written in the coin. So the study of coin is known as numismatics. Remember, coins at earlier age were made up of copper, bronze, silver and gold. है ना, ये these are the metals from which the coins were made in earlier age. Even the coins were made up of gold also. You can see over here. है ना, these are the coins. Numismatic is the study or collection of currency, including coins, tokens, paper money, or related objects. So numismatic is what? Is the study of or the collection of the coins, even the currency. अगर बहुत सारे नोट अगर मिल रहे हैं तो वो भी numismatics हो जाएगा. Including tokens, paper money मिल गया, और उससे related object अगर मिलता है, they are all coming under the category of numismatic. That is the study of the coins. And inscription क्या होता है? That is the fourth one ना. Inscription is what? That is epigraphy is the study of the inscription. और जो लोग inscriptions को पढ़ते हैं, those who are doing the study of the inscriptions, it is known as epigraphy. Now what is inscription? Inscriptions are written materials on hard surfaces. जब लोग जो है स्टोन पर लिखते थे, है ना, the early man used to write on stones. They used to write on the walls of the building. So those written materials are known as inscriptions. So inscriptions are written on hard surfaces like copper plates, like rocks, like stone pillars, है ना, stone के बने हुए pillars हैं, उसमें भी लोग लिखते थे. Even they were writing on rocks. Even they used to write on plates also. Copper के plate बना के वो लोग लिखते थे. So inscriptions are what? Inscriptions are the written materials. Inscriptions also contain scripts and languages of old time. अब पुराने जमाने के scripts होंगे, language होंगे, है ना, उसके writing methods होंगे. So people used to try to know about the language by having deep study. बहुत सालों तक स्टडी करते हैं तब उनके लैंग्वेज समझ में आता है. बहुत सारे लैंग्वेज अभी ऐसे हैं जो अभी तक नहीं समझ में आया. There are many languages which have been found written, but we can't study because we don't know that language. So epigraphy is the study of those inscription. जो लोग इसको पढ़ने के लिए मेहनत करते हैं, वो लेटर्स को पहचानने का कोशिश करते हैं, they are known as the epigraphist. So epigraphy is the study of those particular written materials. उसको पढ़ना इतना आसान नहीं होता है. So they can be understood by the modern people only by decipherment. Decipherment क्या होता है? उस कोडिंग का ना, उस लेटर्स को कोडिंग को ब्रेक करके उसको पढ़ना. That is known as decipherment. और आपको एक इंटरेस्टिंग फैक्ट बता दें that हरप्पन स्क्रिप्ट्स आर अनडेसिफर्ड टिल नाउ. हरप्पन सिविलाइजेशन के जो लिखे हुए मटेरियल्स मिले हैं, दैट इज स्टिल वी कांट अंडरस्टैंड, क्योंकि वो आज तक नहीं समझ में आया किसी को वो लैंग्वेज के बारे में. हरप्पन लैंग्वेज, we don't know about the script of the Harappan, and people are still struggling to know. They are trying to break. Hope that you have liked the video, and we will meet again in our next video release of the tutorial. And if you are new to this channel, please subscribe the channel and press the bell icon to get the information of the next release of the tutorial. Please share it with your friends and others also. Thank you for the time being. Take care. Stay at home. Bye bye. Take care.